Lakers Life Fieldhouse, downtown Indianapolis. The calendar says late March, but the intensity and the impact is more like May. It's the Heat and the Pacers, the top two in the East, renewing their rivalry tonight in Indiana's gym. James had a very aggressive start to the Miami win Monday over Portland. Kept the dribble alive and scores. Late shot clock now for Hibbert. Taken away by Cole. James takes off.
And that's where Miami's at their best, forcing over 17 turnovers a game. Those are the type of plays that you can't give to the Heat.
James, a freight train to the basket. Over Hibbert for two.
Great screen by Chris Anderson. And again, LeBron James going right at Hibbert and then around him. Good finish by James. That's the type of screening that you have to see and that often goes unnoticed.
Third meeting between these teams. Home teams won the first two. Evan Turner foul. James and Hibbert scores as he took a shot up in the face. Remember, LeBron broke that nose against Oklahoma City when Serge Ibaka hit him earlier this year.
I like it. Go right at him. Good basket protection by Hibbert. Great strength on the finish by James.
James on the attack, falls down, but finds Bosch. Knocks down the three, and it's a one-point game.
Well, this is offense by accident. Very well defended play by the Pacers. Very fortunate play by LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Chris Bosch shows off that extended range.
Hibbert's catches are farther away. He can't hit, and Miami's looking for the lead. It will be Haslam, who really excelled at that shot when he was a part of the rotation a couple of years ago. It's got to feel good to him to hit a big shot and put Miami on top for the first time since it was 6-4. Good job by James. Got to the basket, isolated on George. Got the 2 for 1 there.
LeBron, what ignited you guys in that second quarter?
We got stops, and we didn't turn the ball over. If we do that, we give ourselves a good chance to win.
Now, normally you don't necessarily attack Roy Hibbert as much as you have tonight so far. Has there been a concerted effort to really get in the paint and try to draw fouls?
Well, they do a great job of just trying to funnel everything to Hibbert. But I'm going to attack Claire, and it's my job to put pressure on the defense.
LeBron James, second quarter, turns it around. Look how he attacks the body of Hibbert to ward off, and then attacking the body here again. Hibbert's allowed to go up in that restricted area if he's straight up. I would say this is a foul on Hibbert, but it's not called. James, the good strength to go through Hibbert, and then a miraculous save to the Bosch 3. And then finally, semi-transition, the pass off the dribble to Haslam, who really helped the Heat there at the end of the first half.
Hill on the drive again. It is Bosch with a block. And the outlet to Wade, who's got James.
Well, good block as George Hill turns the corner by Bosch, which ignites the fast break opportunity.
George had traffic inside, couldn't connect. He and Haslam behind the play as James attacks Stevenson. And one on the continuation. The bump by Stevenson. And James will go for the three-point play.
That's a no call to me. You're going to take some tough calls. You've got to be able to withstand them, hold your poise, keep playing.
Short shot clock, James over George. Shot clock at 5. James on George. Step back 3. LeBron, 29. 9 here in the third.
Well, James in transition is a handful there. Got the benefit of a touch foul against Stevenson. And when he's making these jump shots, there is no defending him because you've got to try to keep him out of the paint. These are all well defended. LeBron James has just been uber efficient here in the third.
Lewis hits the 3 and extends the Miami lead to 4. Turner, Anderson deters that one. Cole sprinting to that short corner again. James down the middle. He is hogtied by Mahinmi. And they may have to take a look at this one. All right, Israel, thank you. Fourth quarter begins as they go right to James on the block. And LeBron takes it up to 33 points.
This is where help has to come at some point. 1 dribble, 2 dribbles, 3 dribbles, 4 dribbles. You just can't allow great players to continue to back down.
And where Mahimi's help came, it was right behind George. It wasn't anywhere as LeBron was going to turn over his shoulder. James gets to the basket, met by Scola, and the foul is called.
Stevenson shouldn't have put himself even in harm's way.
Exactly. It's got to be on the guy first. He gave the official the decision. James hits a 3. He screams back at the crowd. LeBron has half the Miami points. Way to the basket. Over Hibbert, and a foul. It's 4 points with 8 seconds. Bosh from the outside fakes, now takes the 3 and hits with 2.9 to go. And Indiana takes the timeout as the Heat keep their one timeout and keep their chances alive.
And if you're Indiana, you can't be aggressive on this board.
Oh, he missed both! And a timeout for the Heat. Lewis to trigger. Richard gets to James. The pitch to Bosh for the win. It is short. And the Pacers beat the Heat.